Hi guys, I'm gonna give you guys a minute to get updated. Let me grab this paper while I do that. Hi ladies. Hold on. Hi honey, I saw your message. Thank you so much, Melissa. I'm so sorry I scared you. Hey Shell, how are you guys? I just wanted to come and give you an update before I fall asleep again from yesterday. So yesterday was hectic as hell. Um, what happened was I was on my way home from taking my oldest daughter to school, and then I started feeling pain. Good morning, Lavette. I'm feeling a little bit better. I am. I was on my way from taking my oldest to school, and I started having pain. So I was able to pull over into a gas station. And as I sat in the gas station, it kept getting intense, and I had the two little ones in the back. So I said, well, I got to make it home. So I was driving with my seat all the way back, all the windows open, flying. I made it home, and I was laying there. I called my husband, and I said, something just doesn't feel right. I said, you need to come and take me to the hospital. So he said, okay. He works at a warehouse. He's a foreman, but he works at two different warehouses, and where he was at the moment, he couldn't leave. So I laid in my bed, and I tried to lay from this side to that side to try to see if that helped. Nothing was helping. So I took some Gas X, our favorite, or some Gas X, and it just seemed to make it so much worse. So by 11 o'clock, I was downstairs at my neighbor's house. Like, can you? I know you got a lot of kids, but can you please take me to the hospital? So she drove me to the hospital. I got to the hospital, and the lady was like, "How can I help you?" And at this point, I'm like hunched over, crying. I'm like, I just really need some help. I'm like, I'm pregnant. I said, my numbers were 184. I said, we can't figure out and pinpoint when I ovulated, but I'm definitely pregnant. So the lady said, well, I'm going to do some blood work and get some urine. It was so bad that the nurse had to go in the bathroom with me to help me urine. And once she was trying to get the specimen, I started leaning forward. So she had to get another nurse. It was just like the most horrible thing I ever experienced. And so they made me sit back in the waiting room. And I literally was in the waiting room for 2 hours crying and making sounds and standing up and rocking. And, I couldn't take it anymore, so I had to go in the back. I was like, oh no, somebody's going to see me. So I done bogarted my way to the back. And finally, they came in. And, at this point, I am screaming at the top of my lungs for somebody to please help me. Can you please, please help me? I'm like, I can't take this. I feel like I'm going to pass out. I was sweating. Good morning, lovely Lee. I was sweating profusely. I'm crying. My eyes were bloodshot red. My face was all swollen. My side was all swollen. And they said, well, we're going to give you an ultrasound. I said, you're not giving me anything until you give me some pain medicine. So they gave me some pain medicine, which was the Dilaudid. All the Dilaudid did, ladies, was make you feel like you were extremely high. Not that I get high, or I used to. Back in the day, college was fun. But you can still feel the pain. So I'm still wincing and wincing and wincing. So they took me downstairs for the ultrasound. And when I say this lady put that thing in there, and it felt like they took a rebar bar wrapped in spikes and shoved it in there. It was the most painful thing I've ever experienced. She was like, "Oh yeah, it shouldn't hurt like that." Um, she was able to tell me my lining was a 1.3, whatever the hell that means. There was no extra fluid in my cervix. Good morning. Oh, I know I didn't mean to scare everybody, but you know what? I wanted you guys to see live and to see how these people treat you at the hospital when you have a tubal reversal. Once I told them people I had a tubal reversal, nobody knew what the hell was going on. Everybody had a philosophy, but nobody was trying to do shit. Okay? When she gave me the ultrasound, I called my husband back, like, where the hell are you? Because I'm like, they can decide anything because I've signed, those check in papers and everything. And The doctor came in finally. They kept saying she's coming, she's coming. That lady didn't come in there to see me until maybe an hour after I went live with you guys. She was young. I'm not going to say because she was young, she didn't know anything, but these doctors are not taught anything about tubal reversal. They aren't taught anything behind it. They were questioning why I went to one emergency room one day, another emergency room another day. So I had to break it down. I went to this emergency room because I don't have a doctor yet. I'm not scheduled to see her until the 15th. I said, and this is where they told me to go because I had a tubal reversal. I went to the second hospital because I was coming home from church and I couldn't feel good. And I went, my ass was closest, which was Lutheran, where my doctor, my main doctor, will be. Um, they finally got my numbers back. Hold on. I'm trying. I got the whole little book. You know, they give you. Um, I got the numbers back. My my fever kept spiking. It kept going from 97.3 to 100 and what she told me 103 point something. It kept going up and down. I'm trying to find this paper that has the numbers on it. And they had to switch my nurse because he couldn't take me. I was like, if you tell me to calm down one more time, I'm gonna choke the shit out of your ass. I was like, do you know how it feels for somebody to rip some shit out of your ass? I was like, this is how the shit feels. It's like somebody's ripping some shit out of your ass. Hold on, guys. One of these papers say the number because we were looking at it last night. Well, while I look for this, did my husband take that sheet? My husband might have took this sheet to show his boss. Allergic, take notes. Quantitative, no. It's not on here. He probably took it, but I'll show you guys when I upload this video. Um, yeah, they kept going back and forth, and I was trying to explain to the lady, I said, look, I did not catch the egg that came 14 days after my cycle. I caught the egg that came after that, and I said, you can tell I caught it after that because of the way the numbers are doubling. June 1st, it was 9. June 3rd, it was 11. June 8th, it was 184. Yesterday, it was 366. Exactly, Shell. It went from this number to this number. So okay, and then they contacted the doctor because they truly didn't believe that I had one because I said her name is Lisa Lurkey, like turkey. So I guess they thought I was trying to be funny and cracking jokes. Good morning, Mrs. Walker. Congratulations on moving to the other side. I saw you uploaded videos. I'm definitely going to have to watch them today. Congratulations to you and your hubby. I'm so happy for you guys. I know this number's on this damn paper somewhere, guys. This is going to bother me because I can't show you the number. I like to show you guys all the numbers and everything. Um, um, so they called her and talked to her, and what she told them is that they were giving me too many ultrasounds. And they were like, she was like, giving her ultrasound is going to mess up her building a mucus plug. So the pain that I was feeling was my vaginal walls beginning to build a mucus plug. So when she was like, I want to go and do a PAP, I was like, why would you do a PAP on a pregnant person? I said, that's what they told me at the other ones. Oh, my mugshot. I want you guys to see it. I'm feeling a lot better. They gave me a prescription for naproxen, which they told me that I can't abuse. Here's the prescription for naproxen. I put my finger right there because this is what my address is. But they gave me a prescription for naproxen. It's only for 10 pills. They say you're not supposed to take a lot of pain medication while you're pregnant. And since I'm allergic to Tylenol, which goes to show you that they don't really read your chart, you know, she was like, when they went to give me the pain medicine the first time, she was like, I'm going to give you this Tylenol codeine. And I snatched away. And I was like, I can't have Tylenol. And she was like, why? I was like, because I'm allergic to it. Like, everything she was doing and saying was just pissing me the fuck off. And when she went, my husband's sitting there. My husband's like, well, my wife doesn't want a pelvic exam because she goes, do you have any STD? I said, no, I don't have no damn STD. She said, how do you know you don't have an STD? I said, I think I would know if I had an STD. And I said, I was seeing the doctor before all of this, and they gave you an STD test. Well, Dr. Maurice, when he did like the full lab workup, and he went in with his finger to see if he always goes in to see if your uterus is tilted or leaning or anything, or if there's any pushback, I think he calls it. He went ahead and swabbed me then, and there was nothing there. So I was like, no. And then she was like, would you like your brother to leave? I said, it's my husband. It's not my damn brother. Ha ha ha, lady. But as soon as she stuck the speculum in, she goes, you're spotting. I go, no, the fuck, I'm not spotting. And she was like, well, you're spotting. I said, no, I'm not spotting. I'm like, whatever y'all did is what the fuck that is. I said, go ahead, pull that out. So when she pulled it out, the tip was red, which really had me like really in panic mode. What the hell is going on? Um, but I only saw a little more blood yesterday when I wiped myself when I got home. I didn't see anything this morning. I didn't have any twinge in the pad because they gave me a pad when I left and everything. Um, the doctor that was on call that they ended up calling down after they talked to the lady that I will see now Tuesday instead of Friday, because she said she wants, when I come in, she wants those numbers to be in the 2000s. So she said by Tuesday my number should be 2,928 or close to it, and then she'll be able to see a sac. So she said she definitely wants me to come in Tuesday, and that the pain that I could be feeling too is on the left side. I had a polyp that Dr. Maurice removed, and she said that what she's seeing a lot is that people who've had polyps removed and then they get pregnant before 12 weeks have went by, they feel the stretching of that space where that was. So she said that could be what I'm feeling. She said that for me to take naproxen for more than 10 days is not good for the baby. So she said that she'll have to figure out what else that we could do. So I'm not taking it. But I literally have been taking this shit every 4 hours because it does not help. After that, you feel everything. When I say everything, you feel everything. Um, they they said that it was that going to get your numbers tested. Oh, I'm looking at my blood pressure. Going to get your numbers tested yourself doesn't help them because they can't use it. Okay, well, you can't use it officially, but you can clearly see that the damn number done tripled and everything else. So I've been taking that. I've been taking my Gas X too. I've been using my hot water bottle on that spot, and it feels a lot better. But ladies, I really felt like I was gonna die yesterday. My pulse kept going up. I couldn't handle my breathing, and everything. And if I can give anybody a word of advice, it's while you're doing all your preparation for your tubal reversal and you're doing all your prep and everything, whatever your doctor is going to be when you come home, make sure you see them before you have your surgery, because you will have the hardest time, like I have found out. Um, you have the hardest time, like I found out, getting somebody to understand and know what's going on if you ever have to go to the emergency room. You truly will. Also, you can go, because you don't want to go to the emergency room all the time. You can go to Direct Labs, as Shell told us, and you can order a HCG test yourself. And you can also go to Request a Lab. I'm sorry, requestatest.com, and request your lab work from Quest Diagnostics or LabCorp. You can do it that way also. So as of right now, I am on bed rest. I am to sit my ass still and take the medication. I haven't had much of an appetite at all. So I haven't really been eating much. I've been trying to eat like some fruit. I was so desperate yesterday, I ate a banana. Yes, exactly. Krishana, if you get the doctor beforehand, which I know for a lot of us is very hard, because I came from having my own private insurance to going to my husband's insurance. It's very hard to get somebody to see you right away, especially when you say you're pregnant. You think in your mind you got to see them right away because that's what they tell us, because we had a tubal reversal is to see them right away. But doctors are going to do what they have to do in their normal practice, which is they find out you're pregnant, they find out the dates, and they wait till you're 7 weeks and then they see you. But if you see them beforehand and they know your situation, they'll go ahead and let you come in. She was willing to let me come in earlier. I'm still looking at this paper because I really want to find this number for you guys. They really want you guys to come in and do lab work and everything. But if you do the direct labs and the request the test .com, you can get it done yourself, and you can just have a frame of mind yourself of exactly what is going on. I can't believe he took my sheet. But they gave me the sheet that tells me all my body changes, that morning sickness, heartburn, hemorrhoids, leg cramps, all the things like that. I haven't had any of those problems. I just felt like my soul was getting snatched out by little people, is what I felt. But yeah, I've never been treated like that in a hospital. I've never had to explain myself over and over and over again to people, and I just really felt like the level of care that they gave me was wrong. I called the hospital this morning to get the number to talk to somebody, and they're going to call me. And I also have an attorney on retainer that I am going to talk to, because even if I do not sue you, your level of how you treat your patients should be totally different. If it's something that you don't understand, that's okay that you don't understand it, but you should research it and not sit there and question your patient over and over and over again about why they did this, why didn't they do this, why didn't they do that, why didn't they do that. And as I told the lady, if you look at my insurance, I have insurance. I don't have Medicaid, I don't have any of that. I have insurance. And even if I had Medicaid, that should not change the level of care that you give me. You should treat me the same as you treat a normal person that walks in who's pregnant. It shouldn't matter how I got pregnant, for what reason. And the lady was like, "Well, if you're having all these problems, then if you're having all these problems, are you sure you want to keep this?" What the fuck kind of question is that? Yes, Heffa, I want to keep this. I wanted to stay in there, because even my husband said to her, because when she kept saying, "Well, I'll give you Norco." I know definitely you cannot take Norco while you're pregnant. I was like, "I do not want Norco. You need to give me something else." And she was like, "Oh, well, you want to keep this?" Yes, I want to keep this. The same way she said, what did she say to me? And it just really threw me back. When she pulled the speculum out and it was red, and she was like, "Oh, it looks like it's gonna start." What's gonna start? What are you talking about? Now I'm crying all over again. What are you talking about? Oh, like a miscarriage. No, that's not how you talk to anybody. Whether a person comes in and they don't even know they're pregnant, or a person comes in and they weren't expecting to be pregnant and they weren't happy to be pregnant, any woman. Hold on, who is this? Oh. The AC popped on. I'm sorry. Any woman that finds out they're losing something, or there's a chance they're losing something, all their feelings change, you know. And I'm already distraught. As you guys saw live firsthand, I'm already distraught. I'm already hurting. When I say that pain had nothing on getting ripped open by my oldest daughter and having 100+ stitches, nothing on that. The pain after my tubal reversal, nothing like that. Exactly. And I'm sitting there. I said, "Is there another doctor I could talk to?" Because at that point I got tired of talking to her. Is there somebody else? So her attending came in, and I'm talking to him, and he was on it. He was like, "No, that's not gonna work for her. Give her this. No, that's not gonna work." And I was like, "Well, she gave me a No, no woman, no nurse should treat anybody like that." He was like, "I should give her that." And then he was like, "Tell me exactly where it hurts." I showed him. I said, "All up in here." Guys, I was in so much pain. I was cocked open. I took the sheets off. I had the gown off. I'm sweating. My husband's sitting there fanning me with the little throw up things. He's fanning me. And I'm telling him, I'm like, because he kept the nurse, he was like, "You need to sit up." And I'm like, "I can't sit up. Please don't sit me up. That hurts when you sit me up." And he's like, "Well, I need to put the IV in." I said, "I won't move." He sat me up. As soon as he sat me up, I was like, "Bleh." And it was that green bag. Half of it was just full of foam and bile out of my stomach. Yeah, they did feel really unsupportive, Lovely Lee. Yeah, it was bullshit, Crystal. It was total bullshit. I didn't know. I didn't know what the hell was going on. That's why I told you guys I want a midwife, because they seem to be on it. and they seem to listen to what you got to say. The number one thing my parents always taught me is listen. Completely listen. Don't cut people off. Listen. So if somebody tells me a 5-minute story, you're supposed to listen. Because when you start to talk, you miss something. And the one thing that's worse than already having somebody distraught is a pissed off person that's distraught. Because now I have to repeat myself. I told the lady, baby, I will fax and email you these paperwork from the hospital showing I got 184 and 366 is doubling. At one point, she told me that my numbers weren't doubling right. I said, how are they not doubling right? If I went in set Friday and got my results Saturday, technically my number is from Friday. So 184 is from Friday. If it's fucking Monday, 366, okay, doubling would have been 368, but it's 366. So therefore, it doubled. She was like, the numbers just aren't adding up right. Yeah, in the medical field, you need to listen. You can miss a whole lot of shit if you don't listen. You know, do you take any medications? No, I do not take any medications. I said I take over the counter prenatals. Oh, that's a medication. Okay, if you want to count it as a medication, it's a medication. I take prenatals. Who prescribed you these prenatals? I take over the counter prenatals. Like, it's just, it blows me. I can tell you guys that this morning I've taken that. Yeah, they thought I was faking my pregnancy. They really did. And my thing is that when somebody comes in and says they're pregnant, even if you think they're just coming in to find out for sure, you got to take that seriously. They were taking all these people before they were taking me. And I'm not saying that they weren't as serious as me, but I don't know, guys. If I'm sitting in an emergency room and I got a cut on my hand, but it's a lady next to me hooing and hawing and crying and loud, and you can tell it's out of her character, I'm be like, why don't you take her before you take me? And the fucked up part is that when I bogarted my way in the back, the nurse who gave me the blood draw was like, you're still sitting out there? And I was like, yeah. And this girl was young. She was like 25. She was like, oh my God, let me find you a room. It was all these fucking empty rooms. I was trying to get naked to sit down before she even closed the curtain. And guess what? She helped me. She was like, I'm not supposed to do this, but she helped me take the shirt thing off I had on. She helped me take my underwear off. She folded them up. She was the nicest fucking lady that you could imagine. And I'm going to send her ass a thank you basket. Her name was, what was her name? Elizabeth. I'm going to send her one. No, Melissa, it was a sheet on the bed when I laid on the bed, but I was in so much damn pain. The sheet was all bundled up underneath me. The gown was wrapped all around my neck because I kept moving. Nothing I did felt better until I put my feet up like I was in stirrups on the little the arm rails. That's what felt better. I put my feet up like that. I had my ass tooted up in the air. It was like I didn't care. I did not care. And my biggest thing that I kept saying to this lady was, if you know something I don't know, tell me. If you guys know for sure that my miscarriage is happening, help me. Tell me what's going on and help me. Don't give me an ultrasound. They gave me an ultrasound, guys. And it's a screen that could have been right here facing me. And the lady's like, because you came through the ER, you can't see anything. And she flipped the screen back. I flipped that shit back. Let me tell you something. Nobody want to talk to me, so you let me see what the fuck is going on. Let me see this fucking screen for myself, so you don't turn around and say anything. She was like, well, you have to keep it to yourself. Oh, that's fucking fine. And from what I can see, guys, you can't see you couldn't see anything. She went over to my ovaries, and there was nothing in them. So my ovaries aren't making any eggs. She went to the other side. There was nothing there. She went through my tubes. There was nothing there. So I guess when it says by 5 to 6 weeks is when you can see a sac, I guess that is true because there was nothing in there. And I was waiting on them to tell me some bullshit about I had an ectopic or anything because it wasn't a damn thing in there. Nothing. Nothing in there. So I don't know what's going on. It's doubling for a reason. So when I go in and I see them on Tuesday, I will definitely keep you guys posted. But like I said, I wanted you guys, as horrible as I looked yesterday and crying, which I normally do not do, I needed you guys to see what the hell goes on in the hospital when you go in there. You know what I mean? Like, we all see the great and the good, and oh, I had my I had an ultrasound, and all these people are lovely, but I need you guys to see how they truly, truly treat you. And I don't give a damn if I was set on fire. I will never go back to that hospital. I will drive the 44 miles to my other hospital to go to the hospital. Like I say, I will upload the other videos that I've had. I've got so many things to upload, guys, and you guys will get them in bits and pieces, but I will upload it because I want you guys to see everything that's happened in this journey. And yesterday, all I could think about was my husband's face when I had told him I was pregnant. Oh, I'm going to take it easy. I'm not doing anything. My husband's going to go and do a half a day, and, he's going to come home and help me and take care of everything in the house. We had company this weekend. Oh, I'm gonna call and let them know what's going on in the hospital. And what sucks for them too is my mom is the state's attorney for Illinois, so she's really gonna fucking have a field day with this. I wasn't prepared to tell her what was going on, but I'm gonna tell her ass now because that doesn't make any sense at all. And I can't even say it was a race thing. I think it was just a complete ignorance of the information, a complete ignorance of the fact of anything, and not listening. That's the biggest thing, is not listening at all whatsoever. I don't give a shit if you find out somebody's full of shit later. You're supposed to treat them with the same respect you're going to treat the next person and the person before that. That's the same way with customer service. You treat every person like a new fucking person. You don't take the last call and put that off on them. It's just a crock of bullshit. But I'm just going to try to relax. I'm going to try to do nothing for the whole day. And I'm just gonna try to keep you guys posted every step of the way. This is the oddest pregnancy I've ever had in my life. This child better appreciate me for all this shit that I go through. They had my 6'2", 300-something pound husband crying because he's like, I've never seen you like this, ever. Ever. Even when I got in the car accident, my knee popped back the wrong way. I've never did that. That's true, Lovely Lee. A lot of people are afraid of what they don't understand. But guess what? You pick this profession, figure that shit out. Figure it out. If I'm willing to sit here and explain to you in third person from what I'm reading from the internet, from books, and from Shell, if I'm taking all these people's information and I'm trying to give you an understanding of what's going on, you need to go and look up that shit too. Or you need to call somebody that understands. One thing I did take from yesterday is they told me to find an endocrinologist to work with as well. They told me to get my OB-GYN and get an endocrinologist. So I'm definitely going to find me one. Yeah, I know Krishana, they took an oath, do not harm, but they will harm the hell out of me yesterday because when I tell you that Dilaudid was not something that man said I should have had and that was not going to make a difference because it can't get down in there. Yeah, RE. I'm going to find a fucking RE really quick because this shit don't make no sense. And I'm also going to contact the doctors that I was working with when I was younger. It's at that same hospital. That's why I love that big hospital. 'Cause big hospitals take care of you. They don't want to get sued. I'm going to contact them, the ones that dealt with me when I had the endometriosis growing up. I'm going to work with as many people as I need to work with. I don't care how much it costs me. If I got to get another job or my husband got to get another job. But, my thing is, yesterday I kept saying, maybe God is testing me. Maybe he's trying to see how real and how serious I am about this. And when I say I will go through any amount of pain that I need to bring this baby healthy into this world, I definitely will. I feel like I chase that egg and I chase that positive, and it's up to me and it's up to, my heart to make sure that this goes through and give it a fighting chance. My baby deserves that, a fighting chance. I don't care if it's twins, I don't care if it's a girl, I don't care what it is. I just want it to be healthy, and I feel like, God puts you on a path and he gives you challenges, and I feel like this is a challenge. And yesterday I was not taking no for an answer. I left the hospital last night about 7 something, and I was willing to go to a different hospital. I was willing to drive all the way to the other hospital, but I told myself it's really not going to help. You got to go get this prescription. As you see, I still have it. I still have a couple from pills from Dr. Maurice. you know what? And I hope this is a testimony for this baby, and I truly hope that, other women that are going through this, I truly feel your pain. And, I'm not trying to scare anybody that's starting their journey or on their journey, but these issues are real. The possibilities of this stuff happening is real. And, it's just, it's a lot. It's a lot mentally. It's a lot. It's a whole lot. Too much, but it's worth it. But I'm gonna go lay it down. I want to say thank you again to everybody for your thoughts and prayers yesterday. I didn't get a chance to read through all of the comments, but I definitely will respond today to each and every one of them. I appreciate all of you ladies. I love you so much. The naysayers and everything, I love everyone. I'm just, I'm keeping a positive thought for everything. And, if anything changes or comes up, I will definitely keep you guys posted. And I love you guys so much. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.